Kristen is like, Stassi, I would never. Even if you and I were not friends, I would never fuck Jax with a 10-foot pole.
And Kristen even goes so far as to be like, I'm kind of pissed at you that you think that I would ever do that.
Yep.
And then she looks at Stassi and goes, apology accepted.
Yeah.
What an insane thing to say to your friend.
Yep.
Knowing that you did do it.
Yep. Spoiler alert. She did.
She totally did.
I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
You're a what with a mustache?
I take sketch comedy very seriously.
The whore in there!
I'm not sure what I've done to you, but I'll take a Pinot Grigio. The only thing I have holding me back is that I have self-respect and dignity.
Pumpcast.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the Pumpcast. I'm Maddie Drosbeck.
And I'm Meg Ruocco.
And I have been sitting on something big this last week that I haven't told you about.
You haven't told me about anything?
I haven't told you this. Meg, I had to keep it under wraps.
You've kept it under wraps from me?
Because
Meg?
I wanted to bring it to you here. Because when it was brought to me, the level of shock, awe, and joy I experienced was beyond comprehension.
I'm so excited and also scared.
One of the viewers, one of our listeners, our pumpers, if you will, has alerted me that there is Vanderpump Rules fan fiction on AO3. So I went and took a look. And I found something truly so fascinating. I want to study whoever wrote this in a lab.
Absolutely.
It is scat fan fiction. And it was written no more than 3 weeks ago.
Of original Vanderpump Rules.
Original Vanderpump Rules fan fiction. Scat fan fiction. Written 3 weeks ago. This show ended 3 years ago.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I fear we have to read it.
I think we do. Send it to me.
Okay. I'm going to send you the link. Should we just go paragraph by paragraph like we're in English class?
Yeah, like popcorn.
Okay, yeah, no, this is good.
Have you read it yet?
I have read it.
Okay, this is my first time reading this and seeing it.
When somebody sent this to me, I was like, oh, well, obviously I have to see what's going on over
we
there.
got to know what's going on. This is so AO3. God, what an absolute resource on the internet you are.
This is awesome.
You are the gift that keeps on giving.
There's
Okay,
true
so this is
artistry
called
happening.
Bathroom Revenge.
Yeah, it's called Bathroom Revenge. Summary, logline is Kristen sets Tom up for a public humiliation unlike any other. Which truly, I feel that this is pretty in alignment with where we are in the show as well. Like, I almost wonder if a pumper wrote this. 3 weeks ago it was written.
Okay, I was going to say...
Like, was it one of you?
Yeah. Did you do this?
Is this an inside job? Was this planted?
And did you do this for us because you knew that we were going to read it?
You knew that we were going to see this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Would you like to start?
Sure.
Okay.
Bathroom Revenge. Tom was feeling himself. His hair was looking perfect. His shirt was open, and his body looked perfect. He was flirting with girls left and right, getting the biggest tips of his life. Then he talked to one really hot blonde babe. They talked for a while until Tom told her to meet him in the bathroom. Tom quickly gets another bartender to cover for him. Okay, so already kind of the tense. Okay. Then he looks at his reflection and winks at himself as he walks back into the bathroom. Right. The babe immediately starts kissing him as he walks in, locking the door behind him.
Oh, yeah, he moans as she starts running her hands through his hair while kissing his neck.
Got a condom? She stops to ask.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. He reaches into his pocket and pulls one out.
She grins as she grabs the condom and goes down to her knees. She pulls his pants down and moans as she slides the condom onto his erect penis. Then she stands up and gives him a really big, beautiful kiss with a lot of tongue before turning around and pulling her panties down. She looks back at him with a grin.
Ugh, he groans as he slides in and back out of her. Oh yeah, he moans as he starts going in and out faster. Yeah. He looks directly at his reflection in the mirror.
Even in a fantastical world, Tom is still a narcissist. He licks his lips, admiring his handsome face. He puts one hand on her neck, pushing her head further down as his other hand runs through his perfectly spiked hair.
She moans.
He puts his hand on the mirror and admires everything about himself. He thinks to himself just how lucky the girl is, just how lucky any girl is, just how lucky the world is to have him.
Oh, he moans and comes before he can even finish admiring himself. Whew. He licks his lips, slides out of her, and winks at himself in the mirror.
That was... She tries to find a word to describe the 30 seconds.
I know. No words. He kisses her as he slides the condom off. Maybe come by next time you want to have a little fun. He throws the condom in the trash and wipes his penis clean.
Okay, aftercare.
Just don't tell anyone. He gets up close to her as he pulls his pants up. Don't want to make anyone jealous. He kisses her again before leaving the bathroom and going back to the bar.
So, the other bartender asks.
Tap that tight ass. They dab. She might even need help walking.
Do they mean fist bump? Do they mean like dap up?
Like
dap each other up?
Dude,
They dab.
This is crazy. I'm having fucking like a weird experience right now. Did I just talk to you about that like 4 days ago?
About dabbing?
Yeah. No, I was talking to... That is so weird. I had that exact conversation totally separate in a random group of friends about how we need to bring back dabbing because someone was like, is it dap up or dab up? And I was like, dab? Like dab? No, it's not that. It's totally not that.
Okay, so they dab. Damn, dude. They dab again as they make a drink.
Whoa, look at that chick. He nudges his head towards the redhead walking into the bar.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so tapping that. He bites his lip.
Really? You think you can get her?
Easy. I've had hotter.
Like who?
Oh, shut up. He pushes him to the side as the chick walks up to the bar.
Hey. She smiles at him, and he's already getting hard.
Hey, what would you like? He stares into her eyes.
How about a shot? One for me, one for you.
I can do that. He whips up 2 shot glasses. Any specific liquor?
Surprise me, she smiles.
Can do. He turns around, looking for a bottle.
At that moment, the woman quickly pulls out a little plastic bottle of eye drops from her clutch. She quickly looks around to make sure no one notices before pouring enough to work fast, but not enough to notice it, into one of the shot glasses. Just as she's putting it away, he turns around. He turns back around with a grin and starts pouring the shots.
That's good, the woman says as he pours the second one, without the eye drops, halfway. I'm a lightweight.
Of course. He stops pouring and slides the smaller shot closer to her before pulling the bottle away.
To new friends. She smiles as she puts the shot in the air with Tom.
New friends. He smiles before they both take their shots.
For another 10 or so minutes, Tom and this woman chat. They walk about themselves, mostly about Tom, Tom's favorite subject, as he pets his ego and gets him hot and bothered. She also knows the eye drops will kick in soon.
So this person is an ultimate Tom Sandoval hater. They fucking hate Tom Sandoval.
They're fantasizing about embarrassing him.
Oh my God. Tom, she stops him in the middle of a sentence. I'm sorry, but I need to make a little stop in the restroom. Where is it?
Oh yeah, it's right down, he begins.
Can you show me? She bites her lower lip and puffs her chest out.
Of course. Tom nudges his friend and tells him he'll be right back.
As the two walk to the restroom, the girl looks around to the other side of the bar where she makes eye contact with Tom's girlfriend, Kristen, and winks at her. They then walk into the restroom together. As they walk in, the woman immediately starts kissing Tom. Tom, distracted by the woman's lips and the feel of her breasts against him, doesn't pay attention to the rumbling in his stomach. Tom is so focused on the kissing, her hands running through his hair, and the throbbing of his erect penis that he ignores the signs of trouble in his stomach. stomach. Then he reaches her hands down and undoes his belt. She stops kissing and starts squatting down as she slides his pants and boxers down, revealing his slightly small but girthy penis. She starts pulling one of his shoes off.
It's okay, babe. You can keep those on. He just wants to get started so badly.
I know, but there's just something about a man wearing his shoes and pulled down pants that ruins the mood. She pouts as she looks up at him.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't want to do that. He kicks off both his shoes, and then she helps pull his pants and boxers off.
You know what also ruins the mood? She stands up.
What? He stares at her breasts.
Cheating on your girlfriend.
What? He snaps out of his daze just as she dunks his pants and boxers into the toilet. What the fuck, bitch?
She then knees him right in the balls and he bends over, grabbing his balls with his hands.
Fuck! He wheezes, eyes watering.
Fuck you. She opens the restroom door, pushes him out into the hall, and then closes the door.
Having fun, Tom? Tom stands up, balls throbbing, and sees Kristen standing there with a large drink in her hand. Piece of shit. She throws the drink in his face and hair.
What the fuck, bitch? He whines like a little girl.
Exactly. What the fuck? She slaps him.
Just then, his stomach rolls around and cramps. Tom, finally stopping enough to feel it, panics, but it's too late. Poop starts spitting out of his ass and onto the ground.
Oh, God. Kristen laughs.
Was this you? He looks up at her.
Me? What? She smirks.
He quickly reaches for the bathroom door, locked. He walks backwards, his bare foot stepping into the poop.
Ew! He whines as he reaches for the other restroom, and it's locked. Fuck!
Tom panics and puts both hands behind his ass, trying to stop the poop from coming out. In a state of absolute panic, Tom can only think about getting to the toilet. Unfortunately for Tom, the only other bathroom is on the other side of the restaurant.
You bitch! Liquid poop starts shooting out of his ass, past his fingers and all over the floor before he runs off.
Kristen steps to the side as he runs past her and right to where everyone at the bar is standing around talking. It's like the world freezes as every head turns to see Tom's flaccid penis, poop-covered legs and feet, and poop spewing onto the floor behind him. Tom quickly tries turning around, but his feet slip in the poop. Instead, he falls face forward toward the ground. With his hands behind his back, he's not fast enough to brace himself. His face smacks the ground, making everyone watching wince. He lies there for what feels like hours before moving his head up. He sees everyone taking videos and photos, laughing and whispering to each other. Then he notices the dripping blood on the floor and suddenly feels the pain of his broken nose.
Oh, God. He moves his hands to his face, forgetting the poop on them, and covering his face with poop. Fuck! Imagine my shock.
Raining poop so many times! He quickly moves up to his feet and starts turning around to go back where he came from, but Kristen is standing right there with the woman who pushed him out of the bathroom and the woman he fucked just before.
What? He stands, pooping out towards the ground.
Me when I stand pooping out towards the ground. We're done. Kristen has a large pitcher of water and pours it on Tom's head.
What the fuck? His loud pitched scream echoes throughout the restaurant. Get out of my way! He tries moving past the women as his hair starts covering his eyes. Move! He shouts, but they refuse. Fine.
Tom, angry, turns around and starts storming through the crowd of people. Everyone backs away as they take pictures and record videos. Tom leaves a trail of poop as he storms across the restaurant and hundreds of people before making it to the other bathroom.
Finally, he shouts as he storms in, locks the door, sits on the toilet, and starts pooping. Ugh, he moans as he unclenches his butt cheeks and really lets the poop flow out. My God, ugh. It's the most cathartic moment of his life as he poops for minutes.
But as he nearly fills up the entire toilet, his adrenaline comes down. He begins to truly take in what just happened.
Oh my God, it's ruined everything. Oh my God. He panics as he runs his poop-covered hands through his hair and out of his face. What now?
He panics for minutes before slightly calming down and decides to take things one step at a time. First, clean up.
He reaches for the toilet paper, only for there to be none.
Kristen, he shouts.
He looks around. No paper towels either. She thought of everything. He stands up and quickly takes his shirt off. He starts using his shirt to wipe his legs and butt as best he can. It takes a while, but he's fairly clean. He steps around and around, flushing the toilet, but it does nothing, just gurgles. He flushes it again, just a weird noise. He does it again, nothing.
Fuck. But that's the least of his problems, and he walks over to the sink.
He cleans his hands before dunking his hair under the faucet. He takes a few minutes rinsing as much poop out of his hair before hearing a weird noise. He pulls his head up and turns the sink off. He looks around, confused. Then he hears it again, and it sounds like it's coming from the toilet. He walks over quietly. He leans down closer to the toilet, trying to figure out if it's coming from the toilet. Just then, the toilet explodes upward and all over Tom's head and body, covering nearly every inch of him with his own poop. He freaks out and stumbles backward hard, knocking the door wide open. Dozens of people are standing there, taking photos and videos of all of this. He stumbles to the ground as he spits out the poop that flew into his mouth and wipes the poop covering his eyes.
What the fuck? He screams. I'm too hot for this. He whines like a baby on the ground. Ah! He screams at the top of his voice. Fuck!
And they all lived happily ever after.
The end. This is so awesome.
I love that it was written 3 weeks ago.
This is so awesome. I love this because this was someone who was so moved by their hatred for someone that they created art about it.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
You know the phrase, loving someone to the point of invention?
That's what this is.
I like the idea of hating someone to the point of writing hate fan fiction about them.
It's really quite beautiful.
That is so awesome. Whoever wrote that, you're awesome. Keep
Yeah.
writing, girl.
Yeah,
or guy. Or they.
You've got something.
Yeah.
You've got that special thing.
You've got that spark. You've got a story that's keeping us engaged. You've got a hook from the beginning because you think that Tom is going to be the hero. But oh boy, is he not the hero. He gets covered in poop.
So covered in poop.
The amount of times they wrote poop.
The word, there was no synonyms for poop.
No
used.
synonyms for poop.
None.
And also, everything about his penis was so medical. And I like that they also said small but girthy.
Yeah, small but girthy.
They gave him that. They gave him girth. This is the best thing I've ever read in my entire life.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
I'm going to kudos this.
Top of the up, we are right back where we left off. We are at the yard sale with Stassi, Kristen, and Christina and Katie.
Yes. They kind of recap what happened in the last episode, which, as you will recall, is Katie drunkenly dropping the bomb that back in January, Jax and Kristen supposedly, allegedly fucked. And Katie is crying. She kind of walks away, but she really just like walks over to the other side of the street.
Which, can I just say, as Katie is walking away to the other side of the street and the cameras are sort of, you know, on the yard sale and also lingering over, there's an elderly couple that like is walking down the street at the same time. Can you imagine being that elderly couple?
And just being like, what the
hell is happening?
Is this a yard sale?
And then your granddaughter calls you like 6 months from now and you're like, why the fuck are you on TV, Grandma? Your grandma's like, I didn't know what was happening.
I didn't know what was going on.
I saw the cameras. I just walked right past them.
I guess I thought it was friends shooting a little video.
I mean, the cameras look big and fancy, but who knows?
I don't know.
It's LA. It's Hollywood, baby.
And so Stassi walks over to the other side of the street and joins Katie. And she's like, listen, you got to tell me the truth. Like, be straight with me. You have to tell me everything you know. And Katie was like, listen, like, it was just a rumor and I don't know why I even mentioned it. And Stassi's like, okay, well, the real question is, if you knew about this 6 months ago, like, why didn't you say anything?
Mm-hmm. And Katie's basically like, well, when I heard about it, I talked to Jax and Kristen individually, and they both vehemently denied it. And because they were both saying that it was just a rumor, I didn't want to contribute to that and stress anyone out unnecessarily.
And Stassi is very skeptical of all of this.
Meanwhile, while Stassi and Katie are having this conversation, Kristen is telling Christina Kelly that she swears on her mom's life, swears on her nieces and nephews' lives, that she never hooked up with Jax, and that it's all rumors. She swears on everyone's life that she did not do it.
Yeah.
Then Kristen walks over to where Katie and Stassi are. And Stassi in a confessional is like, normally Kristen goes apeshit when she's accused of something that she didn't do. But in this case, Kristen is like strangely composed, which is making me more suspicious of her.
Kristen joins the conversation with Stassi and Katie and basically is saying to Stassi that she's honestly kind of upset at Stassi for thinking that she would do something like this.
Yeah, how dare you? We're supposed to be bestie girl queens. How could you think I would betray you like this?
Stassi goes back over to Christina Kelly, and they're talking about it a little bit more. And Christina is like, do you actually believe that they could do something like this? And Stassi is like, I believe this 98%. Everything adds up. We weren't friends. People didn't like me. Jax hated me. Kristen and Tom were fighting. And she stayed at Jax's apartment when they were fighting, her and Tom. And Jax stayed at Tom and Kristen's apartment.
Yep.
She was like, I absolutely believe this, and I am going to pretend like I believe Kristen to bide my time and figure out how to get to the bottom of this and figure out the truth.
Because trust, Sherlock Stassi will get to the bottom of it.
She's on the case.
All right, so boof. We're at Sir at night, and Lisa and Guillermo are there chatting about some snarky reviews that they got online. One of the reviews read, "We walked in and the waitress was sat in her chair with her foot up. When I walk into a restaurant, I don't want to see that. Even if you did hurt your ankle, just stay home." Who do you think that's about? Everybody say it with us. 3, 2, 1. Sheena. So they're going through some other reviews they got online. There were some reviews just saying that Peter and Jax were sexy. There was some other anonymous reviews being like, my server was a bitch.
Yeah.
And Lisa's like, listen. We have a lot of great reviews. We have many, even majority good reviews, many would say. Many are saying that we have 98% positive, number 2 on Open Table. Okay, famously. But a lot of stuff does happen when we're not here, so we should hire a secret diner to test the staff without them knowing, because we take these restaurant reviews very seriously.
And Guillermo was like, of course.
Of course.
Of course. Bien sir, of course. We get a secret man to go and sit down at the table and order the corn fritters.
More on this later.
Okay, so boof. We are at Tom and Kristen's apartment, and Kristen is playing guitar because she is so sensitive.
I hate the way this scene opens up.
She's so thoughtful.
She's like, she literally looked at the cameraman that day and she's like, have you guys ever heard Wonderwall?
She's like, I don't know. I guess I can strum out a few chords on the guitar.
I think it could be good to transition into this scene with me playing guitar.
I think that could be cool.
So just let me know how long you want me to do it for, and I'll keep going. However much footage you guys need.
That same chord progression over and over.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not I'm not amazing at it, but I'm doing what I can with the time that I have.
Totally. I'm willing to be very generous with it also.
And it's just important to keep my creative hobbies up and going. And just as a creative person, I don't know if you guys really understand, but me as a creative person, I just like to lean in and just feel, because like ultimately art is an expression of the self.
And I'm just letting the chord progressions sort of move through me.
Yeah.
Like lava.
I'm a vessel.
Yeah, totally. I'm
a
just
vessel.
here to communiate spirit through me, through art, while my boyfriend does laundry.
Which he does.
And
he comes back with laundry.
And Kristen starts updating Tom on the Katie and Jax rumor and how Stassi was reacting at the yard sale. And Tom's like, God, she actually believes that shit? That's crazy.
And he takes off his shirt.
He's like, obviously you would never do that. You've been beating me the fuck up for cheating on you with Vegas girl. Like Kristen over here, she hates cheating.
Yeah, she hates that stuff.
She would never do that.
Yeah, he's also saying all of this popped the top off for sure.
Yeah.
He comes in, they're doing laundry. You don't need to be shirtless for laundry.
No, this guy, he always finds a way though.
You don't need to be shirtless for laundry, Tom. Why are
like,
you taking off your shirt?
I was just like really sweaty from like being in the dryer room. So now that we're not in the dryer room, I have to take my top off to like air out.
Fuck, there was dust everywhere. And Tom is basically like, at least now we both know what it's like to have rumors going on about us.
And Kristen is totally unamused by this.
Yeah. Okay, Tom.
All right, so Boof, the whole group is out at brunch. Well, whole group sans Tom and Kristen.
Yeah, whole group sans Tom and Kristen because they're fighting and didn't want to fight in front of everyone.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And Stassi is like, brunch is literally what I live for. This is why the show is so awesome too, because it's like, this is just like a relic into past time.
That there was such a brunch era.
Such a brunch era. And they're like all obsessed with this weird bad place.
Also, can I just say, like, being in college during the brunch era, perfect.
Yeah.
What a perfect time to be in college.
Yeah. Because you're always hungover and you always want food at approximately 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yep.
And that's the brunch era. And that's
awesome.
fantastic. So they roll up and they are starting to kind of like have normal breakfast food. And then all of a sudden, like something happens where like music comes on and waitresses come out with like sparklers. It's like bottle service girls, but like in the light of day where God and everyone else can see. And some giant bucket of alcohol with 1 million straws in it that Stassi tries to like suck up all at once. And everyone is getting hammered. Like so hammered. It is crazy. And Stassi, amidst all of this, she's such a schemer. I love her.
She has a plan. She has a vision. That's an artist.
She is an artist. She is the artist that Kristen thinks she is.
Exactly.
And Stassi pulls Christina Kelly aside and is like, listen, I've been thinking about this Jax and Kristen thing a lot. I know that Jax is fully capable of doing this. It is merely a matter of whether or not Kristen would do it.
Right.
And Christina Kelly is like, Kristen would 100% do this to you. She is deeply conniving and sneaky. And in the talking head, Christina Kelly is like, Stassi is smart. Jax and Kristen aren't smart. If there's truth to this, she will get to the bottom of this. And she's right. Jax and Kristen are stupid. Stassi is not stupid.
She can catch them. She tries enough times. She can for sure.
She can wheedle them down.
Get that information.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Stassi is very aware that this brunch dynamic is kind of the perfect time to try to get in there with Jax, strike while he's drunk and vulnerable, and might expose more information than he normally would when he's sober.
And drunk he's getting, because when Christina Kelly and Stassi re-enter the bar, Jax, Tom, Schwartz, and Peter are all shirtless on the bar counter, pants unbuttoned, dancing around and accepting dollar bills from, I guess, other customers.
Which, can I just say, men should never dance on bars.
No.
That's my hard line.
Yeah.
That's girl stuff.
That's for girls.
That is fully for girls. The same way spas are for girls.
Yep.
I never want to see a man at a spa. Get out of there.
Why are you getting pampered?
That's for girls.
Yeah.
Dancing on top of tables or bars, that's girl stuff.
That's
Get
Coyote
out of
Ugly.
there. Do not do that.
Sorry. If you're not a beautiful woman, I don't want to
Totally.
see you
You're
on the bar.
In our space, you're trying to steal our gig, and I don't fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to see you up there shaking ass, Jax Taylor.
Because you're also not doing it well.
No. Also, who gave him a $1 bill? Who
I
gave
don't
any of
know.
them $1 bills? You are going to hell for that, mama.
Yeah. Yeah. And Stassi's like, perfect. He's almost drunk enough for me to start questioning him.
Poof.
Da 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 da. Villa Rosa!
Alina is here, the secret diner.
And Lisa's like, yes, girl. You're going to get to the bottom of what's going on at my restaurant.
You're the one. She's a young food blogger / chef, so she's going to blend right in with the typical clientele.
Mm-hmm.
And, Lisa's just basically giving her the rundown.
Yep.
Talking about the reviews, how they've got to keep on top of staff. And Lisa basically just asks her to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Send your food back, ask for changes, talk to other servers besides your own. Just like kind of be a menace and see how they deal with it.
And Alina's like, no problem, girl. I'm on it.
No problem, sister. I will go have this free dinner and get information for you, for sure.
Yeah, I will have free food and alcohol and let you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so boof. Back at me, or whatever this brunch place is called. Everyone is still hammered. Stassi pulls Jax outside and Christina Kelly follows. And Stassi is basically like, all right, be straight with me. Did you fuck Kristen? And he goes, No,
I did not fuck Kristen.
no, I didn't fuck Kristen. That's like banging my sister.
And Stassi's like, you're looking to the left. You're looking to the left. I saw you. Your eye twitched. It moved. You're looking to the left. He's like, ew, gross. It's literally disgusting. I've had sex with a lot of people, but not Kristen. Not Kristen.
And Stassi's like, okay, well, you have been telling me a lot of nonsense lately. Like you said, I don't know, you talked about like Tom and Ariana hooking up, and he was like, that's not true.
That never happened.
Never happened. I made it up.
Never told you that. Didn't do that. Nope. Never happened. Doesn't sound like me.
Who? Sorry. What?
Everyone's just attacking me because they're not getting it. Like, everyone's just attacking me because they're not getting laid. I'm the only one that gets laid around here, so that's why they have to attack me.
I'm the one that's freaking fucking, and everybody's just pissed at me for it.
I'm slanging dong all over Sir, and nobody even freaking cares. They're all just freaking jealous of me, so they have to be haters and try to ruin my life because they caught my print and they don't like... I couldn't even commit to what I was going to say. Sorry you all clocked my print and now you're pissed to find out that I'm slanging dong in Sir Alley.
I'm slinging D dong and balls in Sir Alley.
D dong and balls, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so Jax is basically like, can we be done? Can we be done with this conversation? And Stassi is basically like Swiper in Dora the Explorer, where she's like, oh, foiled again.
Oh, man. She doesn't trust. She's like, oh, I'll get to the bottom of this. I know you're a fucking liar. I'm just going to try again later.
She is not like put off by this conversation at all. She's like, okay, attempt number 1 complete.
She's like, plan A foiled. Now we go to plan B.
Okay, so boof. We're back at Sir. Very Sir heavy episode, actually.
Yeah,
I like it
Sir
quite a
heavy.
bit. And Stassi shows up for her shift, and before her shift starts, she sits down and is chatting with Lisa. And as she's talking to Lisa and talking about the Peter Madrigal's 30th birthday and recapping that, Stassi reveals this rumor that Kristen and Jax fucked. And Lisa's like, huh.
And then in her confessional, Lisa's like, I almost don't want to tell her that this is not the first time I have heard that.
And Stassi is like, you know, Sheena back in January made a comment that Kristen is oddly obsessed with Jax. And Lisa's like, well, oddly obsessed doesn't mean that they're fucking. And Stassi's like,
yeah, but the timeline kind of would check out because none of them were talking to me at that time. Jax hated me at that time. And I know that Jax and Kristen had quite a few sleepovers around that time.
and Lisa's like, huh, well, put it all to the side. Work's starting.
She's like, well, whatever happens there, just make sure it doesn't happen here.
And Lisa in a talking head is like, this is great timing because Alina's coming tonight. And it's awesome that Stassi's stressed out because then it might affect how she works.
Right. Awesome.
Cool, Lisa.
Alina's coming and Stassi's having a meltdown.
You terrifying puppet master. I'm
Right,
so
right,
afraid
right.
of you.
So then the secret diner shows up. It's Alina, the secret diner, her friend, who happens to be named Melina.
Alina and Melina.
Why is this not the first time on this show that there's been like a fleeting guest with the same exact fucking name? The burlesque girls, weren't they fucking like Alina, Marina, and Trina or something?
Yes.
It was like the same name.
Yeah,
too.
they were like Natasha, Dasha, and Sasha. And it's like,
Yeah,
is this, are
exactly.
you guys just making up their names?
I'm like, is this Bravo?
Right.
Or are you guys just happen to be finding these like duos and trios with nearly the same name?
Maybe it's a requirement for being on Vanderpump Rules.
Just sounds more awesome.
I go on the show with someone named Egg. Okay, so we're kind of like moving through the restaurant as this night is happening, and it pans over to Katie and Sheena, who are working together, and Katie is being rude. She's being rude to Sheena, and Sheena is kind of, just being like, okay, Katie, whatever. She goes over to Tom, who's working at the bar, and she starts kind of bitching about Katie and is like, recapping what happened at Peter's birthday, and she's like, I just don't understand what Katie's beef is with me. Like, I don't get what's going on. Tom is also mad at Katie because of Katie's conniption at Peter's birthday, and so everyone is kind of pissed at Katie.
And Tom drops to Sheena that the reason why he's pissed is because Katie brought up the Jax and Kristen rumor.
Yes.
And Sheena's like, oh, I hadn't heard that. And Sheena just kind of loves that she's not the only one with like a valid reason to hate Katie for that night.
Yes.
Everyone kind of fucking hates Katie for that night.
Yeah, it's like a twofold thing of her being like, yes, someone else who hates Katie, and also like, yes, they're telling me rumors.
Right.
I'm a part of the group.
I'm in.
And amidst all of this, Alina and the other, Melina and Melina arrive, and Sheena is their server in the like drinks and apps part of the restaurant. And Alina is watching as Sheena is talking to Tom and gossiping instead of being attentive to their table. And as they're talking, Katie walks over and joins Sheena and Tom and is basically on an apology tour for the duration of this shift, starting with Tom and Sheena. She says to Tom, I'm so sorry. There's no reason why I said any of that. I'm genuinely sorry. I'm sorry I said awful things about you. And like also kind of apologizes to Sheena, but it's like a little bit more half-hearted.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
She just like, what did I ever do to hurt you? Genuinely, like, what did I do?
Right.
Question mark.
And Katie never really seems to have an answer for that.
No, she's just like, sorry, I was drunk. It was the alcohol. I was crazy back then. Like, I don't know. Whatever.
Right. So Alina and Melina are getting a little pissed. They are like, wow, everything seems to be kind of taking a while
Everything's
over
taking
here.
a long time to come.
And they walk over to, I guess, the other part of Sir.
Yeah, they finish at the lounge. Sir Sex Unique restaurant and lounge.
Yes.
They finish their like initial apps and drinks in the lounge, and then they head over to the restaurant to actually sit down for dinner,
where Stassi is serving them. And Stassi is slaying this serving moment. She's very attentive to them. She's giving recommendations. She's being a very good waitress. And in the midst of all of this, because of course Stassi doesn't know that Alina and Melina are judging her, she is talking about how annoying it is that when you have all these problems in this friend group, you cannot ever avoid each other because they all fucking work together.
And Stassi is working. The restaurant side has like a separate bar from the lounge side, and Jax is working the bar and the restaurant side. So, and I love this about Stassi, but while she is serving, she always will find time to make sure she sneaks in a jab at Jax whenever she's by the bar.
A dab at Jax?
Right at the beginning of serving the secret diners, she passes by the bar, and she's like, I know you fucked her. I know you're lying. Which is just like so awesome. Like, yeah, make sure that man never knows even a moment of peace, even at his place of employment.
So the girls order their drinks at the table, and Melina orders a jalapeno margarita.
The same drink that she ordered while in the lounge, so she already knows how it should taste.
Yes, because Tom Sandoval made it in the lounge, and now she's having it over here where Jax is making it. And now, listen, the jalapeno margarita at Sir is a controversial topic on this podcast because it has come up already that it is a bit of Jax Taylor's kryptonite.
Yeah.
He cannot make a jalapeno margarita to save his life.
This is what people are saying.
Many people are saying this.
We go leave a review on Sir right now. And we're like, I came here about a decade ago, let's call it, and I had the worst jalapeno margarita of all my days.
And then underneath it, we've copy pasted all of Tom Sandoval's scat fan fiction.
In the back of the menu, I found this. Someone left it there, and I've just kept it in my home for all these years. I didn't want to pile on when all that other stuff was happening, you know, so I saved it until now to leave in a Yelp review.
So what are you going to do about that, Lisa?
Love you, Lisa.
Love you, girl. Mwah. Can't do a thing wrong. So as the shift is continuing, Sheena comes up to Stassi and is basically kind of giving her the what's for about the fact that Stassi did not stand up for Sheena at all at Peter's birthday party. And she was like, it sucked. Like, you didn't have my back. You didn't say anything. And Stassi is like kind of saying sorry, but she's not really owning up to it because ultimately I don't think she really cares that much about her friendship with Sheena.
Yeah. Stassi's like, I agree that it was crazy.
Yeah.
Everything was cuckoo bananas, and I felt bad in the moment because it's clear that you had not done anything wrong. But she was basically like, yeah, but I didn't want to get in the middle of everything and, you know, drama. And Sheena eventually she lands on the take where she's like, I understand why you wouldn't want to get involved because of your friendship with Katie and why for most of that conversation you would have sat it out. But specifically when Katie and Kristen were saying nobody here is friends with you, why are you even sitting here?
Yeah.
Sheena was like, I wanted you to at least say something then when they were putting words in your mouth.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to, you know, get Katie and Kristen to stop saying what they feel, but don't let them speak for you when the day before you and I were out to dinner and everything was fine.
Right. And Stassi was like, okay, totally. And then they briefly discuss the fact that Sheena has heard about this Kristen and Jax thing. And she's like, so this rumor about Kristen, she does her Sheena thing where she tries to plant the seeds of discontent where she's like, well, I 100% believe it. I think Kristen would do it.
I've always disliked Kristen. I totally believe that she would do it. And just as a reminder that, like, I've always been there for you when Kristen wasn't. And I will continue to be there for you. So just remember that. Yeah, just remember that, like, I've never fucked Jax. And I wouldn't. And I would never do that. And you can trust me. I just feel so bad for Sheen.
I know.
It does make me sad watching her try to, like, compete to earn friendships.
I know. You
don't have to do that.
What was her childhood like?
I know. My Sheen.
Meanwhile, over at the bar that Jax is working at, Katie is continuing her apology tour, and she goes up to Jax and is like, hey, I'm sorry. And Jax is like, well, this isn't anything new with you. Typical Katie, getting really drunk and yelling at everybody. And Katie's like, okay, well, I'm trying to apologize. So.
And Jax is basically like, let's forget about it. Water under the bridge. Let's move on. It's a rumor. Let's just stop fucking talking about this. It's clear he's like clenching his teeth, being like, everyone, stop talking right now.
Shut up about the rumor that I've had sex with Kristen.
He's like, he's not even going to harp on it. He's
Yeah.
just like, this needs to go away
Yeah.
right now.
And Katie's like, yeah, it does need to go away. In a way, her attitude when she's talking to Jax almost makes me be like, does she know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like Katie believes it.
I think Katie does too.
It just seems so believable, truly. And also the way that Katie received the information, which there wasn't that. The game of telephone was actually not that long
No.
to getting this piece of information. It was like Jax told another girl who works at SUR named Katie. Katie immediately got that information and walked over to Katie Maloney and was like, Jax just told me that he and Kristen fucked.
Yeah.
That is 1, 2.
Yep.
Like, it's, if I was Katie, I would believe that it was true.
It's a pretty small rumor mill.
Because also, why would Jax say that if it wasn't true? It's not like this, the source is Jax.
Right.
It started with him.
Right.
It's not like the source is someone unrelated and they just like got a vibe.
Right. It's like, what does he gain by sharing this information?
Yeah, and he loves to start shit.
Famously. Meanwhile, while all of this is happening, Jax is on his phone quite a bit.
The whole time.
The whole time.
He's just at work. Like, anytime he is not having to make one singular jalapeno margarita poorly, he's on his phone, like, fucking playing Candy Crush.
And I have kind of a theory that we will get back to later.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So put a pin
in that.
in Jax being on his phone
Okay.
for the entire shift.
Okay, T. A new day, a new dollar at SUR Sexy Unique Restaurant and Lounge.
And Lisa walks in with an epic scarf to chat with Sheena, who is wearing an epic sock bun.
Uh-huh.
It is awesome.
I love when I see Sheena in this massive fucking donut bun on the top of her head.
Sheena is so like Ariana Grande in a giant oversized
love it.
sweatshirt. She's so doing everything so big. Big glasses,
and it
big
was
sock
like
bun.
that era where people would literally put like a donut inside of their bun to make it perfect and clean all the way around and just massive.
So awesome.
It's honestly hideous, but in a way that I love.
Agreed. And Lisa is like, hey girl, so I planted someone. You've been tricked.
You've been tricked, and now you're going to be in trouble for the way you reacted when you didn't know you were being tricked and tracked.
You just got pumped.
Yeah, no, exactly. Lisa's like, gotcha, bitch. Yeah.
And Sheena kind of like begins by defending herself because Lisa is like, listen, those girls, Alina and Melina, were here testing you, and they said that you were over talking to Tom for a while. And Sheena kind of starts defending herself about it, but Sheena's a good worker. She's a smart worker. She's a savvy worker, and she knows not to like talk back to the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So she's also critically a kiss ass. So if she gets admonished in any way, she's going to be like, you're right. I'm so sorry. You are correct. And Sheena is like, you're right. I was talking to Tom because I was really upset about the Katie situation. And she was like,
boom. There it is. Lisa was like, say no more.
Yeah.
I gotcha, bitch.
yep.
You're talking about outside related things at work. Admitted right to it. Literally, Sheena was like, okay, so I was talking to Tom, and it
Come out with your hands up.
it's only because, hey, please, Officer Lisa, it's only because there's a lot of things going on in our personal lives and people may or may not be cheating. There's those rumors, and she like attacked me at Peter's party, and she called me a whore.
You're under arrest.
Lisa's like, absolutely not. Not in Sex Unique Restaurant and Lounge.
This is a professional workplace.
She's like the voice of God coming down. And Sheena is like, okay.
She's like, damn, bitch, can I not have an off night?
Literally.
Am I not allowed to have a bad day at work?
Yeah. Like, fuck. Okay. But Sheena's not really deterred by this. She says in a talking head, she's like, listen, even LeBron has off nights.
Right, come on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you shoot hoops and other times
You get poops.
Yeah,
in your hair.
Exactly.
And on your feet.
In your hair and on your head and in your mouth.
And on your butt, too.
And on the floor and on
Yeah.
Instagram in front of everyone.
Ew. Gross. So Lisa's like, all right, be off. And then she walks up to Jax at the bar and does the same thing again to him. Is like, there was a person here tracking, whatever. And Jax takes a different approach to responding to Lisa admonishing him. He's like, ugh.
Shut up. Always everybody's a critic, okay? I get it. My jalapeno margarita tastes like lemonade to some. Maybe they should just get their taste buds checked. It's none of my business that you didn't like it.
Have you ever considered that maybe lemonade tastes like a jalapeno margarita?
You know, maybe my bartending just isn't everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone has taste.
Oh, sorry, I'm not Dr. Bartender. Sorry, I don't have my freaking PhD in mixing up drinks, okay? Oh, so everybody's got these high, lofty expectations for the old
Totally.
Jax Taylor here, the man who was hired as a bartender to serve them drinks from the bar.
And everyone's so mad that I'm on my phone sometimes while I'm back here. Well, did you ever consider that I'm still working on getting my sweater line into Kitson? And I need to take some pretty important business calls.
You don't even want to know what's going on in my life right now. My sweater line, a dog that I share with my ex-girlfriend, the fact that there are all these rumors that I personally started and now have to deal with. Once again, I went to therapy a week ago, and now people are like, I have to go to therapy again.
And if you would believe it, I just had brief cancer.
Fuck, dude.
Don't give me another thing to be upset about, Lisa.
Don't even give me any lip, Lisa.
Literally, don't even tell me one time that someone didn't like my jalapeno margarita or I'm gonna freaking lose it.
I'm gonna lose it on you. I'm gonna lose it on me. I'm gonna lose it on everybody in this room.
You know what? I want to hire Jax on Cameo again. And I want to give him a scripted recording of this podcast. I want to transcribe one of our conversations and I want to hire him to play both parts and do it back to us. We've done so much acting like him.
Yes.
Let's get real meta with it.
Yeah, have him act to us.
Yeah, do it back.
Dance, monkey.
Yeah, exactly.
Here,
Monkey
take some
need a
peanuts.
dollar? Come on.
Insane.
All right, anyways.
So boof. We're at Katie and Tom's apartment, and Stassi comes over with coffee and demands once again that Katie tells her all that she knows about the Kristen and Jax rumor.
So Katie recaps how she was told about it from the other Katie, came straight from Jax. And Katie says again that she verified with both Jax and Kristen, and they both said that it never happened. And Katie gives additional reasoning for why she never brought it up to Stassi, where she was like, it was believable enough to me that she could have heard him wrong because of the fact that Kristen had slept over at Jax's house and Jax had slept over at Kristen and Tom's. She thought that maybe Jax had said, instead of saying I slept with, she said I slept at.
Yeah.
And that maybe things just, got misheard in the loud restaurant or something.
And Stassi was like, well, still, why didn't you say anything? And Katie's like, well, this could be like a really life-ruining thing. Like, I didn't want to ruin any friendships. And Stassi's like, this friendship shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
If this is true.
If Kristen would do this to me, I want nothing to do with her.
Yeah.
So let the friendship be destroyed if it needs to be.
Yes. And Stassi says, I hope that at the end of this, I was wrong.
And she has her second plan boiling up and ready to be brought into action.
Bubbling and bubbling.
Stassi tells Katie that she wants to text Jax from Kristen's phone and see how he responds.
Yeah.
And she's like, if Kristen so much as hesitates to hand over that phone, shit is going to hit the fan.
Yep.
And this is not an idea that she's, planning on to the future. She's literally leaving Katie's apartment to go to Kristen's apartment and do it right then and there.
Coffee, not even done. She's like, all right, bye. Leaves Katie's apartment, gets in her car. Out of my way. And she walks in to the apartment, and Kristen is like, oh, Stassi, I didn't know you were coming over today. And Stassi's like, give me your phone.
She's like, I cannot stop thinking about the you and Jax thing. I'm going to throw up all over myself.
Mm-hmm.
And Kristen immediately goes, you need to get over it. Which is fucking crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
What an insane person thing to say.
Yeah. Really
I don't
crazy.
care how aggressive Stassi's coming into this conversation. Saying you need to get over it.
No.
Knowing everything that man has put her through.
Yeah.
And also Kristen being several years older than Stassi.
Yup. Something slimy.
I don't
but
like it.
she's like, fine. Okay. I have nothing to hide. Just text him. And it leaves on that cliffhanger to take us to an engagement store across town where Sheena and Shay are shopping for engagement rings because, according to Sheena, she's not getting any younger. And that's it.
Big, huge deal. She's like, I need a princess cut for a princess.
Okay, so boof, right? Like,
Okay.
okay.
Boof right back
Okay,
to the real
so
juice.
Boof right back. Like,
because
why are we taking
we're
this break?
doing investigative journalism.
What are we doing? And Stassi sends a text from Kristen's phone to Jax, pretending to be Kristen, and telling him, I'm freaking out about this rumor, like that the fact that we hooked up in January. And Jax replies,
Well, critically also in the text, she tells him to delete the text right after reading it. Like she writes it as though it's like a panicked text from Kristen.
yes.
It's like, dude, Jax, delete this text right when you get this, but this whole thing is becoming a big issue, so I need to know if you told anyone else at all about this so I can cover my bases. Again, delete this text. She's like really playing the part.
And Jax is replying quite quickly, like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about, Kristen? And I would like for you all to recall that the night before, at his shift, Jax was on his phone quite a lot. And someone who was not at that shift that night was Miss Kristen Doty. And my theory is that Kristen and Jax were texting each other about if something like this were to happen. Deny.
It's possible.
This is my theory. Do I think that either of them are smart enough to predict this? Not really. But I do think that they made some sort of pledge.
Totally. I do think that they, at some point, when it happened, I could imagine that, like, maybe the next morning they, pull off to the side together and they're just like, this never gets talked about ever again. Not to anyone else, not to each other. If this topic ever comes to light in the future.
From anyone.
Including
us.
Deny it.
Deny.
I would believe that they did that.
So Jax denies it. And Stassi's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. And she even responds back a second time being like, dude, about in January. Doubling down. Like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, in January. He goes, no idea what you're talking about.
Which is interesting because even if they didn't, wouldn't his reply be something like, I know, right? This rumor is crazy.
Right. Because he knows.
He knows what she's talking about,
is not
obviously.
the first time this rumor has been brought to his attention.
Right. He knows.
Yeah.
But he says, I don't know what you're talking about. And Stassi kind of breaks down and is like, fuck, like, I'm so sorry to Kristen. To Kristen, she's like, I am really sorry. I didn't want to believe it. I'm glad that it didn't actually happen. And Kristen is like, Stassi, I would never. Even if you and I were not friends, I would never fuck Jax with a 10-foot pole.
And Kristen even goes so far as to be like, I'm kind of pissed at you that you think that I would ever do that.
Yep.
And then she looks at Stassi and goes, apology accepted.
Yeah. And Stassi's like, sorry.
What an insane thing to say to your friend.
Yep.
Knowing that you did do it.
Yep. Spoiler alert. She did.
She totally did.
She did have sex with Jax.
So everything that we're witnessing right now is lies.
Blatantly lying to someone who is supposed to be your best friend.
And being like snarky about it.
Yes.
Being like, God, I'm pissed at you, turning it around on Stassi. I'm mad that you would even think that I'd be that kind of person.
And Stassi like takes that and is like, you're right. Like, I'm really sorry. I feel like the bad guy. Like, I feel like I betrayed you guys because I didn't trust that you wouldn't do this. And Kristen is like, yeah, oh, well, apology accepted. Kristen. And that's the end of episode 8.
That is the end of episode 8. It kind of felt like a quick one, didn't it?
It kind of did, but sometimes that happens.
Sometimes that's how the reality TV punches
crumbles.
roll.
Well, and to be fair, also we did spend about 20 minutes talking about Tom Sandoval's scat fan fiction.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yes, of course.
Well, yes. Thank you guys so much for listening and or watching. If you haven't followed us online yet, what the heck are you doing?
What the heck, guys?
What the heck are you doing?
Hey, maybe we think that one.
How about you toss us a follow? We're at Pumpcast Rules on both TikTok and Instagram. You can, as always, follow me at Meg Ruocco.
And me at Maddie Drosbeck.
And we love you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.